buying vacant lots in your neighborhood could be extremely profitable. So this is what I mean. Oftentimes, many of us live in areas that are fairly decent, well-to-do areas. And as you're driving down the streets and you're driving for dollars and that type of thing, this is what I want you to keep a lookout for. Vacant lots. Let's say, for instance, you're in an area where the houses are going for $250,000, $300,000. They could be going for more, could be going for less. I live in an area where the average price of my houses over here are about $150 to $175. This is Atlanta, Georgia. I'm originally from California. So there's an area in California, it's called Rancho Cucamonga, where you can get, let's say, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. Let's say your average house, depending on the square foot, could be going for $500,000, $600,000. That same house here would be half of that, less than half. Okay, so many of you are driving for dollars in these types of areas. Okay, in your area, this could be considered a bread and butter property. You guys, when you see a house, as you're driving down the street, you see a house, then another house, then another house, then a vacant lot, then a house, then a house, then a house. Many of you have been driving down the streets in your local area, looking at or passing by these lots. Next time you find a lot, do some research on it, guys. That could be gold. This is what I mean. You go ahead, you find a lot that has been sitting there for the last 10, 15, 20 years, not doing anything. The owner has been paying taxes on that lot, does not have a plan for that lot. Most owners do not. Some owners were going to build on that lot, but for some reason or another, it just never happened. What you do is you find out either the address or the parcel number of that particular lot. Contact the owner and talk to them. See what the story is with that lot. Oftentimes, you can get that lot for 20, 25 cents on the dollar, 30 cents on the dollar, 10 cents on the dollar. They're not doing anything with it but paying taxes on it. And if the lot has overgrown weeds on it and whatnot, they probably got some code violations against that property. You don't know what the history is until you talk to the owner. Number one, you talk to the owner. Number two, pull up a property profile. It's vacant for a reason. Was the house once there and it got knocked down? Has the city left that lot vacant for a particular reason? You need to know these things. You need to know the history of that lot. So, let's say you get that lot. Let's say it's in an area. Let's say the houses in the area go for $250,000. You're one of the only ones in the last 10 or 15 years that has contacted that owner. That owner is motivated to sell. He wants 30 grand, 40 grand for it. You offer him 10.5, right? And then negotiate from there. Let's assume you get that lot for $17,000. You can do a couple of things with $17,000 lot in a $250,000 neighborhood. You can wholesale it. You could go to your local real estate investment club and see if there is a builder that is there. You kind of get where I'm going with this? You have a lot. They know how to build homes. If there is not a builder, talk to someone who is maybe a hard money lender or a lender. Lenders have relationships with builders and developers. Let them know what you got. Let them know the price. Let's assume also that with construction and building and that type of thing, it would take them, let's say, 150 to build a house there. That's comparable to the homes in that area, because it is a brand new house in a fairly nice area. That property is going to go pretty fast. Both you and that builder or that developer can then negotiate price. They build on your land. Obviously, you still own the land, but they're going to construct a house on that land. You kind of get where I'm going with this? If you developed a niche where you found lots in nice areas, really nice areas. Now I'm just talking about a price tag of 250. Some of you live in $300,000 and $400,000 and $500,000 areas. I would tell you this, guys, stop passing up opportunities. That lot oftentimes is a diamond in the rough. If you can't wholesale it, you can probably find a bigger profit hooking up with a developer. Or if you have that skill, develop a house there by yourself. Very good business, guys. There are people actually doing this around the country. Take care. It's another tip.